G'day, I am pretty sure this should be working. I am hoping this is working. I haven't done this in so long, let me check. Yeah, currently working so far. Yay. Welcome, I am 99% sure that all of chat should be working. If it isn't working, well then, I'm doomed. There is no other way of putting it. Anyway, let's get right into witness surrendering, because we still need to finish that. Training yard. Oh yeah, I spent a while leveling up these new identities. Oh yeah. Tatsurusuke. Grab all of them. Even though, let's be honest, they are nowhere near leveled enough. And I just got to fight. I'm gonna be honest, can I just click win rate with this? Will that just work? Instant skill free proc. Okay, these don't seem like something you would let a child train with, considering they are level 48. I think that's a few levels above a child. Kinda seems cruel. But anyway, it's... Wait a second, what's going on with the kick stream? Please don't tell me the kick stream's lagging. Well, internet's not the best today, unfortunately. Hopefully the streams are doing fine. I'm just gonna win rate this, mainly because, getting through the dummies. I will actually fight everything else, just not these guys. I will gut you with a curse. Also, you may be wondering, do I actually know how to use the Shi branches in Yi Sung? Very barely. Yo, what up, Chloe? What up, Munchkin? What's wrong? You okay, Munchimo? How are you doing, Chloe? Are you getting into a more comfortable spot? What? Ah, my foot! Oh, that hurt! Ah, my foot! My foot! I just bashed my foot against my post pad, the bed post. Give me a second. Ah, that hurt! That hurt! Oh, my foot! My foot! Oh, that hurt! That hurt! That hurt so much. Okay. Okay. Oh, that hurt. Ow. Okay. Oh, that hurt. I am just going to try and not focus on the pain and play. And I don't know if that's Otis or Ryoshu. They both look the same with this form, but one of them got their butt kicked. Oh no, that's Ryoshu. So Otis got her butt kicked. There we go. GGEs, no difficulty. How refreshing. Well, I guess morning workouts really do wake you up. I should actually probably record the stream as well. We've gotten so used to getting in tussles before we get to really get to the real meat of the mission that mornings feel incomplete without some action. Nevertheless, this was a meaningful warm-up activity. So I've been meaning to ask, Honglu, why did you never consider participating in the family hierarchy war before? It seems to me that all of your other siblings have been waiting and training all their lives for this event. It's simple. Because I never once thought I wanted to be the family hierarch. Is it not truly most fortunate? Had you not been born with the Jad, my son, you would have had to toil all your life, preparing for the family hierarch war like your other siblings do. You needn't waste your strength on those things to win the favor of the elders and G-Mu, venerated by their blessings. Simply witness as much as of the world as it has to offer. Jade of our family, my precious son Bayo. More memories. What's wrong, Yusung? You seem kinda distraught. It is to do with the plan Miss Phelps had explained to us last night. I find the plan rather detestable. Me too. But Honglu said he's okay with it, so... Can we even call it a plan if we're being honest here? It matches the definition of a plan, given that it illustrates certain instructions to be followed for the purpose of achieving a defined goal. And please remember that there are no second chances in the family hierarch war. Yep. I'm in pain. Well, looks like Ryoshu got the most points. To be free from aging and death. Young Master Bayo and his 12 companions arriving at elevated Virusant Jade Hall. We entered the hall where the first round was to be held. As always, the servant by the gate announced our arrival with the resounding holler we'd grown to expect. An arena or a stadium, I see. We must have many eyes on us, Executive Manager. I looked up to see that the audience seats which were brimming with people, were divided into stair-like terraces, and on the platform at the opposite end of the hall, three shadows of chairs could be seen cast on the obscure curtain fabric. As for us, we followed the attendant's guidance and stood next to the other participants at the circular area in the center. I'm actually... where? I just got a message. Okay. What is this? Oh yeah, it's just trying to find the other stream. I'm gonna quickly check to see if chat actually shows up. Test. Did that work? Yep, it worked. And jump to here. Test. Yep, it worked. As for us, we followed the attendant's guidance and stood next to the other participants. Yeah, read that. So, are the elevations happening past those curtains? Dare you? See someone you recognize? No, it's nothing, Dante. Even if we were to meet again, we don't really have anything to talk about anyway. Maybe we'll have another chance later if fate wills it. Oh hey, I think it's finally getting started. The curtains slid open and the old woman who saw from yesterday's banquet walked out to the platform. G'day, Azure Burning Captain. Welcome to the stream. Many scores ago, I ascended to the seat of the Jiu Mu. With a stroke of fortune, yet a lifetime has passed since I assumed this great responsibility. Such as it is, I seek to abdicate and walk the path of mountains and streams as a river does. Yep, well, thanks for stopping by, or drilling by, I guess. With the seat voided, the responsibility seeks that one with the qualities of the family hierarchy to fill it. Yeah, this is a gacha game, Limbus Company. It is very disturbing sometimes. Thus, here at Dangyun, a collective upheld by pillars of 4 great houses of Jeju Wang. Okay. Wait, there's a drill titan? Okay, I didn't know there was a drill titan now. Last time I saw something, they killed the, last time I saw anything from Skibidi Toilet, they killed the G-Man, I think, and he was warning about someone stronger than him. I haven't seen it in a long time after that. And we once again ask you 2 parental questions. Have you brought us aught to prove that the answer indeed exists? Who's the woman next to her? Ah, she's my older sister, Big Sis Yanchun. Wait, he's not dead? Ah. So they just beat the hell out of him. Oh, the scientist died. Ah, okay. She's married a very important person in H CORP and spends most of her time there. Looks like she's visiting for the evening. Or event. Thought I had resided long in a foreign nest, I now return fleetingly to share the love with my flesh and blood, to fulfill my duties as observed by the order of filial piety. I return that the truth shall be observed to the best of my abilities. Some of you may have walked a laid path gently to your feet, yet some of you may have struggled through an unlaid, brutal path of cragged mountains and thousand folds to find your answer. Okay. Wait, there are fan-made series now? I don't know a lot of Skibidi Toilet. Yet, regardless of the severity of your suffering, all of you equally have but one opportunity for the first round. Either still, you will all once prospective heirs of the great house, even your failures shall bring power and prosperity to Dongyang. Yeah. Now come forth in the order you are summoned and demonstrate the invaluable answer to the question of 3 freedoms. 1 from aging, 1 from death, and 1 from bereavity of life. Oh yeah, this is an event. They have to basically have an answer to immortality. So if you want to become the head of the family here, you have to have an answer to, is immortality real? If the nature of your answer be indemonstrable, present ironclad proof. Lose not and discard not. Let fresh youth be unending and eternal. Skibidi multiverse. Skibidi wars. Okay, that. Okay. Huh. That's interesting. After their respective speeches, Jay Yangchun and Jay Mu disappeared behind the curtains atop the platform. First candidate. It seems that Honglu's father assumed the role of the host of the first round. Ren of the Wang family. Wang Ren, the first to be summoned, walked up to the platform. I have just met this guy and I want him dead. I do not know why I want him dead, but I do. Something about the glasses makes me want to see him die. sing through Patch of Blood. Oh yeah. But yeah. I was gonna sing through Patch of the Violence. Oh yeah. Very good song. My favourite song so far from this game. I do have to say. Behind him was his faction, who were dragging someone by a rope towards a platform. They're bringing forth a blood fiend. Damn. Hurry up, foolish thing. What are they dragging up to the stage? Whoever it is, they clearly don't want to be here. To be free from aging and death, huh? I suppose every wing dreams of escaping the rising beyond the body they were born with. H CORP's pursuit of immortality probably isn't special in that regard. Or H CORP. Did I don't know what Corp I said. Yeah. I'm still amazed the head lets us get away with what we do. I mean, it's a taboo to bring back the dead. Dante should have had an arbiter rip his intestines out by now. He has brought a blood bag. That's when we were finally able to recognize who the candidate dragged up to the stage. The eyes unfocused and red, mouth slick with jewel dribbling down the mouth guard. The mouth guard, meaningless snarling. That is a mindless blood bag. How does a blood fiend become an answer to immortality? I mean, I'm pretty sure Don Quixote is like 1,000+ years old, so it is an answer. In layman's eyes, blood fiends may appear to have truly attained freedom from aging. However, as we are now all aware, blood fiends can grow old and weak after prolonged periods of blood deprivation. Thus, it is unlikely to provide the answer they seek. After some struggle, the blood bag was dragged, kicking and growling, past the curtains at the top of the platform. I mean, in the first chapter, Don Quixote stabs Heathcliff through the head. His brain was gone. I don't think that's almost dead. I think that is dead. So that creature is the fabled blood fiend then. I doubt that they'll do the job. Blood fiends would indeed be quite the exotic knowledge, but to the judges of this contest, I doubt they're anything more than lukewarm trivia. True, I guess. True. That Wang kid must have been pretty desperate, huh? He's either lazy as balls or that boy ain't right in the upstairs. Maybe then. Maybe Dante hasn't broken a taboo. It appears that the knowledge of blood fiends is oddly common amongst this ilk. Indeed, blood fiends are present in every nest. 'Tis little surprise that those privy to arcane knowledge arts well aware of their existence. After a brief moment that lasted less than a minute, Wang Ren and his faction emerged behind the curtain and descended from the platform. Wang Ren, candidate of the family hierarchy evaluation, stand upon the podium and await your judgment. Then they ascended the round podium behind the platform as ordered, thus announcing Wang Ren's results for round 1 of the family hierarchy evaluation. Elimination. No, you deserved it. Listen, all they need is blood. As long as you supply them with enough blood, they will be eternal and everlasting. Venerable J. Mu, please. Nay. What awaits them is not eternity at all. Verily, I know not the shape of this true mortality the evaluation seeks to attain yet. The longevity of a blood fiend shackled by blood and endless suffering is unlikely to be one. Wait, but those damn hunters told me they still retain all of their memories. To become a blood fiend is to surrender all the desires and emotions that exist within the beyond for a singular hunger for blood and only blood. Perhaps that is an acceptable condition for those who expect nothing but fathomless torment from the rest of their lives. Yet for those with much to lose, with much in life, they cling on to as though present seem to. The fate of a blood fiend is no freedom from aging or death. It is but a sanguine shackle to enslave their minds. A member of Bayou's faction has given an excellent reply. No further elaboration is needed or necessary. And you have failed to bring us a high kindred, let alone a blood fiend at all. This creature is but a miserable blood bag. I cannot even well commend your efforts. The Alliance. I'm not sure what the Alliance is. Alliance. But again, that would be very hard considering Arbors can kill you on a conceptual level. I mean, they can solo Gojo easily. A single Arbiter. But maybe the Alliance is strong, but I don't know much about it. Oh, the camera, speaker, and TV, man. Yeah. Maybe, but it would not be easy for them at all. It would definitely be a hard battle. Hear Ren of the Wang family. They have spoken and mercifully given you the full explanation of your mistake. A privilege that failed candidates do not deserve. Let this be the final blessing of your life. Oh, he killed him. You know what? I got what I wanted. I wanted him to die and he's dead. I take that as a victory. That is a victory to me. I was going to zoom in on my character, but for whatever reason I can't zoom in. The podium suddenly opened under their feet, casting Wang Ren and the blood bag to the depths with blood-curdling screech. Yeah. Wait, why is your name suddenly red now? It was green before. Huh. Oh well. So, that's what happens when you fail to pass. That was just for dramatic effect, right? There's gotta be like a side path leading back upstairs, right? Of course not. Can't you smell the stench of festering pain rising like heart from the depths? The Pencil Titan? Pencil. A Pencil Titan. Why a pencil? Yoshi, you've been honoring your sense of humor. There are some pretty nasty jokes, though. Where does the hole lead? Judging by the time between the drop and the sound of the fall, I presume it goes quite far down. Yes, probably leads to a place within lots of old family secrets. Not treasures, of course, but trying to figure that out might get you a visit from a hay show, probably. Oh. Okay, so still, it's a pencil. Why'd I get another message? Why'd I get... I am being summoned to fight in a war, but I am not fighting in it. The 30H regiment will just have to fight without me, because I'm streaming. I play Star Wars RP on Gary's mod, but I'm honestly not going to turn up to this war. They can kill the clankers without me. It's not even 5:30 yet. Why are they calling it? You know what, I'm going to quickly change this. I'm going to change it to a display capture so you can see when I do this. Hey. What? They're separatist droids. Why would anyone sympathize with a separatist droid? Anyway, it's probably yada yada yada. They weren't all out with their theatrics, huh? You are I am currently a robot. Well, you're one of the good ones. You're one of the good ones. 500 meter tall robot. Yep. One of the good ones. Yeah, and we could very well be the ones screeching and falling down that hole later. Well, as long as it's not Dante falling down, you will be fine. The next candidate was summoned before we were even able to shake off the initial shock. Second candidate hails from the Zhu family. We sat through a few more names and subsequent failures. We couldn't hear what exactly they were talking about beyond the curtains, and unlike the very loud and obnoxious blood bag, the answers other candidates brought were less obvious, so all we had to go on were the shadows of their desperate attempts to explain things before the judges. Another one? B-A-H. It means boring as hell. The longer we watched the death toll rise, the less shocking they became. Are they planning to fail everyone? 8th candidate, Bayocha of the Zhu family. Clock Titan. I have no idea what the Clock Titan is. But, yeah. Oh my, look, we know her. She was technically our competition, but it seemed that she managed to give the sinners quite the positive impression with yesterday's brief encounter. Some of them were even cheering her on. We couldn't see exactly what it was Botchi brought. Yeah, I can probably guess. I'm just gonna call her Botchi. Because she seems like... Wait, I'm just going to show Botchi on screen. I'm just going to show an image of them. Just because I don't know if you've seen her. She gives off Botchi vibes. This character. She gives off this character vibes, Botchi, so I'm going to call her Botchi because I can't say her name. She was also holding something as she entered past the curtains. Botchi of the Zhu family. After her brief meeting with the judges, which, going by the shadow cast on the curtains, appeared to have gone better than we had expected, she emerged. And as soon as she did, Botchi immediately turned to our direction, at Honglu to be exact. Imagine this. I'm waiting. You're one of the sinners? Yeah. Should take down a Titan. Another one appears, just a wave of hands, boom. What is it? Oh, limbuscompany. The thing is, every single Arbiter has... If it's an Arbiter fighting a Titan, I think they can win solely because of this. I think it's H CORP Singularity Lock. They can lock anything on a conceptual level. So they could probably disable the ability to turn back time. And then cut the thing up into hundreds of tiny pieces using the fairy singularity. What up, Munchkin? My dog is lying on my bed. She be snoozing. Oh, I can stop time, true. So that means it's completely up to who's faster. An arbiter or them. See into the future. Oh yeah. True. Anyway, I'm gonna jump back to this real quick. Whoa, Bayu, you were watching me? And began excitedly waving her hand. She passes. The podium beneath her remains shut. Passing connection it may have been, yet I'll wish to see a familiar face to be claimed by the abyss. Thus I am glad. 17th candidate, G Action of the Jia family. True. But you forget. I just want to say something. Let me... A single one of these guys, a single bong bong could kill an elder god. These guys can kill elder gods. We know that because during the Purple Midnight event, you have to kill three elder gods. Yeah. You canonically kill gods in Lobotomy Corporation. They are elder gods. So, my point is, a single bong bong can solo any universe. And I'm gonna quickly launch Lobotomy Corporation and show you how many bong bongs I have. I think that will show you how safe the city is. Just let me launch it real quick. It is launching. It's quickly launching it. Project Moon, yep. Base of Fear, Build the Future. Yeah, I normally stream every Saturday and Sunday. I'm not sure if I'm going to stream tomorrow, but if I do, it's going to be Lobotomy Corporation. Anyway, quickly continue. A single bong bong can kill 3 elder gods. So, just going to load for a second. Come on, Azila, Asaya. Come on, Malkuth is almost done loading. Please. Please load. Time ability. Ah, okay. So Dante can fight it. Oh, Hokuma can fight it then. This is how many bong bongs I have. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I have 13 max level bong bongs. And yes, this one is in a bunny suit. Considering each bong bong can solo 3 elder gods. And we have an elder god on our team, technically, because that's Cartman. A scuffed version of Cartman, but still Cartman. Anyway, I'm gonna exit and jump back to Limbus. Okay, the thing is, if it turns into a black hole, it would destroy itself, because spaghettification. It would have to destroy its own mass. Oh yeah, I understand. Autocorrect mostly acts up for me whenever I'm trying to swear. Like, I did not mean duck, Google. I meant something else. Yeah, my kick stream hasn't gotten any viewers at all. Just the YouTube. Oh. Gonna quickly crack my glasses. Anyway, back to this. It's Jiyun's turn. Jichun's turn. She slowly ascended the platform unaccompanied. Yeah, that is not physically possible. It would be destroyed. Simply creating a black hole, you need to split an atom. But it would have to split all of its atoms at once and then recreate them. She held in her hands a tightly sealed gold bottle. So, somehow it does. Yep, magic. Looks like she found it. She found the water from the river we saw in Don Quixote's memories back then. Impossible. She reached Lessie? The possibility that she actually reached there in person is infinitely minuscule. There is an infinitesimal statistical possibility that she could have reached the river, yet not even Faust can conceive how someone of their capabilities could reach the fountainhead of one of the deepest chasms. This becomes even more impossible when considering the relatively short passage of time since then and now. A more likely explanation might be that she obtained the waters by collecting its dew, or a portion which has soaked out. Yeah. Honestly, that kind of just sounds ridiculous to me, and I thought arbiters sounded I thought arbiters were a bit ridiculous, being able to kill people on conceptual levels. Alas, the river's water serves only to put to slumber one's memories. Pray, does it truly hold a link to the immortality they seek? Yes, it is likely closely connected to the immortality of the mind they pursue, as there are but an extremely small number of people privy to the knowledge of the rivers. If the contents of that bottle are genuine, Faust expects her to pass. Zichun of the G family passes. You have brought before us a priceless treasure. It must have taken unparalleled effort to obtain this, given the meager size of your clan. Thank you, big sister Youngchim. As Faust expected, all three judges appeared quite satisfied by what Jia Zhishun brought before them. My throat is hurting from the constant speaking. I have not streamed in so long, so my voice is not used to it. I'm gonna quickly grab a bottle of water. Rewind on the wound. Huh. So it's basically just a worse version of H CORP's theories. Wait, click that. Wait, have I... Do I have green on everything? I want to check. Yeah, I got green on everything. Good. Back to this. H CORP. Why is H CORP involved? Of course, I'm going in with the boys. Starring Mr. Gigachad Honglu. Next, 18th candidate. Bloody hell, just how many people are there in this household? Han of the Jia family. Our first meeting with that man was less than amicable, and I had a strong feeling that another one wasn't going to be anything to improve that. Ji-hun walked up to the platform. Multiple futures. Okay, so he basically has a lower power of an arbiter, and the eyes of the red gaze. Got it. Red gaze. Wait, they're wearing ego! That man got the fell bullet ego on. Do not trust that man. He will shoot you in the back to kill his enemies. We all fell silent, hearing a familiar name. Bastards! I could feel that some sinners were growing tense, some of them even gritting their teeth, and the other man closely followed Ji-hon, holding what looked like the egg of an abnormality, was also a familiar face. I had seen him many times in Yi-sung's memories. Dante, are you seeing what they're wearing? Ego gear. It can be suspected that they have either developed their own method of extraction or have scavenged them from Lobotomy Corp. Okay, this creature just sounds absolutely ridiculous, to be honest. It's makes sense. It's not a real universe thing. Makes sense that it's not the canon universe, but a fan universe thing. Gubo carries what appears to be an egg of an abnormality. Are they planning to just offer them an abnormality egg? How is that an answer to anything? Well, there is room for interpretation. Some may present a reasonable argued interpretation that abnormalities are entities that neighbor immortality. Well, I mean, they can't die. They get turned into an egg. And some do look human. Are they going to give them Magical Girl? Because they're going to have to give them a human-like abnormality, so are they just handing them the Magical Girl? Because that ain't going to end well. So the linchpin of their success hinges on which abnormality's egg that ends up being. It is Big Brother Ji-hon, I know. He's never going to risk his life for something he thinks will fail. Okay. Huh. I just need to quickly jump this. Throw it over here. Sorry about that, my dad walked into my room. Anyway, I'm just going to quickly re-put on my earphones. Yes, I use earphones for gaming. I do not use headphones. I do not have a headphone dent. I spent my dad spent $50 on these earphones for me. Hey Yun, Han of the Jew family present the first evaluation. Passes the first evaluation. I'm not judging, yeah. I got earphones, not headphones. Contrary to most of our wishes, Ji-hon managed to pass the first round as well. Yeah, that guy can go drown in a river of cogito for all I care. Many more candidates came and went. One of them carried a massive, mysterious coffin. One of them brought a sick book, and one of them presented a cage so tiny that we couldn't see what was within. Some of them managed to pass, while some of them were sent screaming into the mysterious abyss. As we waited and watched the candidates came and go, people from H CORP, their turn complete approached us. Yet early it is for twilight to arrive, thus early too is this meeting of ours. As if to prove his own words back at the LCE that he came to accept certain things as they are, Yi-sung coolly regarded his old friend, who was now working for H CORP. Big domain. Each move you do leads to my perfect domination. Huh. Time is a bitch. You must find this small and barren respite of yours quite enjoyable. I have not seen you jest as you do now since the league fell. For what do you now approach? For what do you now approach me? The rift is too great betwixt us to chatter on with any affection to speak of. Break time. To be fair, to a creature that exists within a future and within the future and present, what is time but another doorway? Do not mistake my intent, for it wasn't I who desired to approach you. My teammate simply wished to have a look at his brother's face, and I thought I might as well see how you are faring. Looks like everyone's coming back to Dongjin now that the family hierarchy war started, brother. This is our first meeting since then, right? Ha. If it isn't the doltish fool who has eyes but knows not how to see. I know you well enough. You'd normally turn purple with aversion upon hearing even a brief mention of the word hierarch, so why are you here? Hello, Cartman. Welcome. And no, I will not be distorting today. Someone's already tried that before, and let's just say I'm faster than... I have an arbiter chasing me, so all I gotta do is stay in one place for over like 20 minutes, and then that person, as long as I'm faster, will die before the arbiter can get to me. No distorting. Yeah, I'm not distorting. I'm more likely to turn into an abnormality, to be honest. I will go one step beyond distorting and just instantly turn into a nothing there aberration. I'ma be for real. I have had too many times almost been institutionalized in a psych ward for me to ever suggest that I would develop ego. Because I am nowhere near capable of that. Who are you and your stinking entourage working for this time? Is it the Joy girl blinded by your looks to the revolting rot within, or is it Shishun who still defends you and your meaningless Falk's profound spiel, deluded in her belief that you're still the same boy from her childhood? Yes, you must distort the pretty boy. The pretty boy must distort. Why didn't you save him? No. Let me ask you a different question. Why did you save her, and only her, J. Bayo? Brother, humans die. It is what they're born to do. Okay, yeah, I kind of vibe with Honglu now. That is literally something I would say. Ah. Nice to know that not even the clocks can apparently fight him. Wonder if Dante could beat him, though. Clock versus clock from another universe. Who would win? The next candidate will be judged soon. Candidates must return to their seats. I need to quickly fix my glasses. You're a servant. You're barely even a living thing. Let us return. This discourse will not bear any fruit. What's this, a reunion party? That sure sounded things. Those shameless bastards. It's obvious they're here to nick our things again. Maybe, but something about them feels different today. Whichever is the case, a safer option would be to place higher than them. Can you survive a single frame attack, maybe? Why don't you distort? I'm not saying I wouldn't. I would say that if I were to distort, it would be such a it would be such a certain distortion. I would go past distorting and become an abno. Oh, yeah. You okay, Chloe? Oh, I need to let my dog off my bed real quick. Be right back. Come here, Chloe. Chloe! Chloe! Who's your good little girl, huh? There you go. You can sit down on the floor. Who's your good old lady, huh? Who's your good old lady? Good girl. Good girl. Damn it, my earphones are tangled. I need to untangle them real quick. Okay. Okay, so the safest option would be placed higher than them. Another one falls. His family has to be watching this, right? I wonder if they'll be okay. Sinclair mutters, watching other candidates fall down the trapdoor. I can't imagine how anyone would be okay watching their own like that. Sinclair, the people sitting behind us. They're his parents, the guy who just fell. We raised that failure as our son? What a pathetic disappointment. Don't worry, I have faith in our third child. I mean, it's not like we expected anything from this one, right? Now I see what it means to dedicate your whole life to becoming the family hierarch. Many people desperately vie for the seat of family hierarch. Of course, some of them, like this parents, hope to have their friend or a close blood relative become the family hierarch instead. So they seek to seize a lifetime's worth of riches, power, and recognition by planting someone they can control in the family hierarch seat without becoming one themselves. That's kinda got a low self-life. Looks like I finally got to know how my long-lost siblings are going thanks to this unforeseen opportunity. 27th candidate, Pan of the Joy family. Who the hell is that? That's an ego corrosion if I've ever seen one. That person's probably corroded with the dam so no one will cry. Japan? Have we heard of that name before? He's Big Sis Bocce's older brother. Japan walked up to the platform holding what appeared to be a large jar with multiple talismans plastered over it. Hey, is it just me, or does that guy look like he's totally up to something? Let's be honest, who here doesn't? What happened as a burning captain? Yeah, but the sod's different. Instead of ascending to the platform and into the curtains, he walked up to the podium. Mate looks like he's completely lost the plot. Candidate Japan, you will ascend to the platform and enter the curtains threshold. Human puppet. Yeah, I don't put it past the city. Where's the fun in walking down the straightforward road? It's only right that something so precious and entertaining should be shared with everyone, wouldn't you agree? He placed the jar on the ground. What the hell is that? And from within, a desiccated hand emerged. Pathetic, sorcerous trickery. Ryoshu muttered with palpable disdain. Why is he... What the heck is that? Corpses, they desiccated flesh covered in a light, sparse layer of old papers, crawled out of the jar and began to shamble. They're neither distortions nor abnormalities. Their behavior reminds me of a blood bag or sub-entities enslaved by abnormalities. Any resemblance of consciousness has been stripped from them. They'll attack indiscriminately. But it seems that they just as intent on maiming and killing whoever they can get their claws on. Executive Manager, we must prepare for battle. Your orders? The jar monster set upon the audience, snuffing the struggling, still breathing victims into their jar. Why aren't the organizers doing anything? This is still an event hosted by a wing, isn't it? Because there isn't a rule in the family hierarchy war that prohibits bringing harm to other people. So they're just gotta sit back and twiddle their thumbs because no one's specifically told them to step in? What the hell? What do we do now? Should we step in? We should probably survive and ensure our safe participation in the family hierarchy war. Ah, okay. Forgot the... Oh yeah, I remember the TV men doing that, actually. From what I saw. What the hell are these? Get away from me! As the monsters began to swarm in, some candidates scattered and ran away, while some stood their ground and fought back. Those who did neither were the ones getting slaughtered. I was simultaneously reminded of Sordy and the confident smile she flashed at me as she assured us that we should be able to pass the first round with little to no trouble. Looks like we have no choice but to take them down. Yep. Time to fight. It's just another one of these. What? Skills, one claw, rupture bleed, yikes. Anyway, let's start off the battle like that. Let's try that. Oh yeah. There we go. Now that green, purple, green, light blue. Kinda wish this wasn't the color match battle. I do have other announcers, I just kinda like Dante, to be honest. What up, Munchkin? And I'm just gonna click win rate for that. I will gut you with a curse. Clearing the path, my lord. Okay, how many of these do I have to fight? I have to fight quite a few. So if I do that, will it target multiple? No, it won't. I don't have any multi-target egos ready, damn it. Okay. So just cooked then. I'm just gonna quickly jump over and check something. Yep, no view still. Yay. Oh. You okay, Clickbug? Nope, looks like some people lost a clash while I wasn't looking. Okay, do I have Oh, yep, I have access to a multi-attack. You know what? I think Faust one is better. Lord Sack. This battle will conclude with victory. So, do I have any bolus contamination now after that attack, or no? Or is that the end? Oh, nope, that was the end. Didn't even get to check if he got bolus contamination. Yay. Munchkin, what are you doing? And we got 32 of those, 40 of those. How many of them do I have so far? I have 64. And I can't really buy a lot of those, to be honest. I'll just save up for yeast. Dead family guy. I forgot dead family child. Orphan child. Chroma killed family child. Big cry. The child that people keep shipping Don Quixote with. Green, 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 green. Purple, green. We hit them with the green. I'm just gonna check my phone real quick. Win rate, because I just want to get through this. Oh wait, my dog wants out of my room real quick. I will be right back. I've let my dog out of my room, so she may roam the house. And, yeah, I'm just gonna click win rate to get through this battle, to be honest. Did I just hear something scratch my door? I need to check my door. I think I heard something scratch it. Oh no, it is working. My dog is making eye contact with the dogs in the cages to torment them. Time to put back on my earphones. Click win rate. I fly around the screen because I'm a little bit bored. I'm best. Speed. Can't even see me, I'm so fast. Fast. Oh, back to reading. Wait, how do I... Where was I? Yeah, I go here. This is where I... Okay, I thought I broke it for a second. What remained inside the hall after the battle was devastating. Many in the audience seats had fled as the seats that were once brimming with people were only half filled. And the candidates zone down here was littered with bodies of candidates who were mauled to death. Meanwhile, the jar monsters, having eaten their fill, had already crawled back into the jar. I looked around and saw some candidates still holding tightly onto the treasures they each had brought to the contest, even as they drew their last breaths. In midst of all this destruction stood the cause of the chaos, watching the slaughter play out with assured confidence. Yeah, this dude's definitely corroded or something. How will you attain freedom from aging? How will you argue freedom from death with minds so dull and bodies so frail? What say you, judges? I present before you not only the clue to immortality, but also a treasure that brings ruin to those who would dare to deceive you. Here is my answer to the perennial question. So you have brought us the clay of the jar. It can be said that those who fail to survive this do not qualify as family hierarchy candidates, yes? Pan of the Zhu family passes. He gets the pass when he almost got everyone in here killed? All that matters is that what he has brought met their standards. Looks like he managed to get 2 birds with 1 stone. He eliminated the distracting rabble from the competition. If we ever run into that bastard in round 2, you better let me take more than a few swings at him. 28 candidate Xie does hang from the Xi family, but no one walked up to the platform. As he has failed to appear, he is eliminated by default. Jihorn called a few more names thereafter, but 13th candidate, the number of candidates has clearly been culled, but none appeared. Disappointing, MB, my bad. Yeah, all the mediocre bunch got wiped out from the attack, and the leftovers are exhausted. Ryoshu looked around as though she was doing some sort of critique. That lung. Look. Oh. He's of the sum. That Well, I'll be, thought you'd gone and vanished into the earth. What the hell are you doing crawling around out here? Yeah, g'day Don Quixote. Girl, I saw you give me that evil eye. Let's have the decency to say hiya. Ryoshu. Ryoshu, that guy's talking about you, right? And in a very, very display of raw emotion, I realized that she was anxious and furious. Welcome to the stream, Don Quixote. It has been a very long time. Do you know him? What an absolute unit. Bloke's gotta be at least 2 meters tall. Do not look at that man, Dante, and everyone avert your eyes as well. It is strongly recommended that we do not say a word to him. That's right, you shrimps. You gotta first whack them tensy brains of yours. Gotta think real hard about whether you even come close to my rank before running your mouth, you hear? That shithead. Li Hang, he's a finger. The sum is a syndicate with the strictest adherence to rigid hierarchical structure, even amongst the fingers. And his placement in the hierarchy is the highest even amongst their capos. His rank is immediately beneath the position of the Sotocopo, and or underboss. A small mistake could drag us into a battle we do not want to fight. Please order everyone to not say a word, Dante. Yeah. Well, how'd you get him a few days ago? I thought he only got released yesterday. Or maybe that's because I'm in Australia. What am I saying? Damn, I've pulled on him 30 times and I still haven't got him. I used all my damn saved up Lunar Season tickets. Yes, I only had 30. It's disappointing, I'm aware. I don't know what's going on, but I guess get it. You're saying that we're this close to having another Ricardo hunting us down, right? Yeah, let's avoid that. Do as Faust asks, everyone. Li Hang began stomping his way through the crowd towards us, casually but forcefully shoving anyone in his way to the side. His gait was blaze and brutish, but I noticed that his eyes were fixed intently on Ryoshu. Yeah. I think I actually got Otis in my first 10 pull, luckily for me. But I didn't have to waste a lot of stuff on her. It seemed that among the crowd were some people in higher positions as well, but even they avoided their eyes or voluntarily got out of his way. He marched confidently through the frozen crowd as though he was familiar with this kind of reception until a cry rang out from the crowd. You there, you big brute, how dare you block your young master Nangon Yeha's view? I'll have you know that you stand before the routine of the Nangon family, the house that shall soon be one of the four. Instead of reply, we heard a blast of gunpowder that then saw the right arm of the man who spoke out catapult into the air. Ah, I see. Oh, I think I watch him, actually. Can I? Yeah, I think I watch him every once in a while. The scream muffled as Li Hang forcibly shoved his giant hand down the man's throat. Then, with the sound of wet meat being pulled apart, he ripped the entire length of the man's tongue out through the mouth. Young Master Nangon, yes, ain't ya? You owe me an arm now. Mighty sorry, but you should have kept a tighter lease of your boy's John. Kim salt, or should I? Kim salt or Lay salt? I'm not sure, to be honest. I don't really know anything about those two characters. The young master of some prestigious house presented his right hand, though it was clear that he was utterly terrified. Li Hang proceeded to grab his hand and break it off his forearm like snapping a twig. Yeah, I don't know much about the two characters, to be honest. Kim Salt. Oh, wait, no, this guy. Wait, I don't know. Twig. Lay. Probably Lay, actually. Yeah. Probably this guy. It depends on what kind of team you're running, actually. If you're running a sync team at the moment, then probably Kim. But if you have more of a tremor team or whatever it is, then this guy. But this guy, from what I know, or the Mersault version of him, has very high coins. I went easy on your boy, seeing a friendly face put me in a good mood. Hey ho, I didn't recognize you, miss. The spider's house, eh? Can't imagine why anybody would give me the heebie-jeebies too, whenever I gotta swing by. We got some catching up to do later. I'll teach you how to hold your sword real good, right? Like back when. Weren't mine the best out of them all? I thought I taught you how to make even cut real frickin' delicious. Ryoshu, now is not yet the time. Okay, yeah. I currently have all of the Miho except the 2 new guys. I spent yesterday grinding Mirror Dungeon for it. Yeah. From what I know, he's very good. I was originally saving up for him, but then, um, Lord Hong Lu came out, and I immediately did a 180 and started saving for him. No regrets. Faust whispered to Ryoshu in a low voice without raising her head. Shut up for a damn second. Faust trusts that you still remember the promise made prior to your employment. 100%, yeah. Well, I think I've got 3 T Corp. I've got Ryoshu. Wait, no. Yeah, I've got Ryoshu, Don, and Russian girl. I forgot her name. Get that stick out of your behind, kiddo. I ain't here to pick you up. I sure as hell ain't trying to teach you a lesson either, like back when. Your baby's still at that house, ain't that right? Oh, Otis. Oh no, I've got Otis. As well as the Russian, so I got 4. Ryoshi was grabbing the hilt of her sword like she was about to unsheathe it. The same sword she refused to unsheathe for the duration of our entire journey. Am I wrong about that? Just how entire nation happened, then. I ain't exactly nose deep in them fellas' business. You gotta understand. Yes, something sure as hell went down, though, didn't it? No, ain't that something. So you're really fixing to unsheathe that blade? Miss Ryoshu. In a quiet but cold, stern voice, Falf calls Ryoshu's name. Ryoshu. Ah, dang it. What in the gosh dang? My bad, y'all. I really gotta take this. It's the underboss. Calling y'all, gotta understand. Wait, his ringtone isn't showing. What? What? Let me do that. Okay, yeah, now it shows. You can hear it now, I think. Alright then, I'll rematch later. We can talk about your daddies or shoot some other shit then. See you around, Yoshihide. The strange man turned around and stomped his way through the crowd again, his booming voice reverberating across the entire hall as he loudly and boisterously answered the call. I'm gonna turn back this thing again, just because OBS is showing that the game audio is way louder than me. I don't honestly know if it is, but meh. He's gotta be here for the family hierarchy, alright. The outcome of the family hierarchy evaluation determines the immediately foreseen future of H Corp, which brings parties of various possibly clashing interests here. Okay, yeah, I know about the fight. I also know about how Yi Song's big brother, no, not Yi Song, Hong Lu's big brother uses 8 rings of Sheen to destroy his head in a single tap, or a extremely brisk and light movement of his stick. Because in order to use Sheen properly, you gotta use it with elegance and grace. It doesn't work properly if you use force. Hey Heathcliff, notice you didn't rush ahead this time. I was worried it was gonna be like that time with the middle. Oh, 8-5. Okay. Still a lot though. Oh no, yeah, I think the no, sorry, I think it was 8 for, what was it? Damien. It was either 8, 7, or 6 for Damien, I don't remember. Must have gone mixed up. Oh well. I know a thing or two about the sum back from my syndicate days, and about what happens with the middle, like I said. I had no bloody idea who those things belong to besides that sod. is more powerful and violent than Ricardo, an individual we had encountered in the past. Yeah. Honestly, her plan seems very convoluted. I mean, did she really have to kill all of Virgilius's orphans? I mean, seriously. The Somme commands its own manner of terror and violence, unlike that of the Middle. As we were all sharing our impression of Li Hang, I found Ryoshu frozen in place in the same position she had been in when Li Hang walked past her, spacing out. All the way to the pinky, huh? Ryoshu muttered something to herself as even further chaos was about to overtake the crowd and the candidates. Honestly, I think Ryoshu used to be a member of the Pinky. Because it kind of fits. Actually, she knows way more than we. Yeah. Purple Tear is an interesting character. I'm just going to call her the Purple Tear, because I think that's what her actual name is. Instead of Purple Tear. Because Tear makes more sense, considering she can literally tear dimensions apart. She just has Dimension Shredder in her base form. Ryoshu muttered something to herself, as even the further chaos was about to overtake the crowd and the candidates. 30-second candidate, Ju Mekyu. Yeah, that would be interesting. Considering she's a grade 1 fixer, that actually should come, if we do get it, should come soon. But considering she has ego, it will probably be a bit later than soon. Like, maybe if we do get her, probably at the end of the next Kanto. Or maybe in, like, results. Because H CORP having ego equipped, or actual ego users as contacts would make sense. Jia Zhang called upon the next candidate, and at the mere mention of the name, the chaos that had swallowed the hall immediately settled into a hushed silence. Ayo, the Giga Chad. Followed by, I think that's Blade Lineage. I don't remember, to be honest. Gyakyu walked up to the platform, unaccompanied by his own faction, not alone. Gyakyu. Yep, the Giga Chad. Yep. Who are those people next to Gyakyu? I've never met them before. Oh, then that must mean that they're Big Brother's Gyakyu's answer to immortality. Oh. Sorry about that, folks. There was a dogfight. Yeah. Gotta wonder how he got control over every single one of the Hay Show, and just how many graves he had to fill. Or how many, or more exactly, how many sweepers' stomachs he filled. Neither of them appear to be partially skilled in combat. Yeah, they're both constantly looking around like they're nervous. They are. Faust believes that they are survivors of the library. Survivors? The only ones who survive the impossible, inevitable odds and the insurmountable force. They're the only survivors who may be able to explain the very force, possibly. Candidate Q of the Jiu family? Q didn't spend much time behind the curtain. He walked out soon after, his steely expression unchanged from when he entered it. The testimony rings true. They are both survivors of the place that soared beyond a star of the city before it vanished. It is a shame that we were unable to procure ourselves an invitation then. He passes. Jiu's expression did not budge. Anxiety's gotta be a foreign concept to that guy. Then that converse all the candidates, it seems. With the first round complete to all 4 families who have graced this hall. Excuse me. Unlike GQ, whose appeared plugs the hall into the utter stillness, Hong Lu's sudden interjection roused the room to roaring chaos and confusion. Once again, I need to quickly move my dog. What do you want, Chloe? Here, do you want to shit on my lap for a second? Yeah. The library would be a very interesting place to enter, to be honest. Although probably very terrifying. Very, very terrifying. Bayo, what? I think you might have missed a candidate. What do you mean? I believe we have covered every candidate present in the list. You missed me. Bayo of the Jia family will partake in the family hierarchy evaluation. Yeah. Death is almost guaranteed. What is... Okay, I just got extra 20. I don't know why. 130. Isn't that Jubeo? What's that doing here? And what did he just say? I had a feeling this was going to happen, but we really kicked the hornet's nest, huh? Hark one and all, and gaze upon our glory in the evaluation hour doth the final band of heroes arrive. Yeah. Manifesting ego doesn't even help in the library. Probably just gets Gabora on you. Or maybe Binha. Or Hokama. Damn it, I've got to quickly do something with the dogs. I will be right back. Okay, I am back. Hopefully the music was not too loud. I bought the RimWorld music, so I just use that for my AFK thing now. Yi-sung, don't present you're not with us. Yi-sung, don't pretend you're not with us, huh? At least give the audience a wave. Guys, I don't think they're taking the announcement too well. Oh yes, Sword was Solomon the Man. Yeah, honestly, I haven't played much of Library of Ruina. Well, I do have it. Wait, no, I gotta launch Steam. Yeah, I'm broke. I've got $1.45 on my account. Where is it? Library of Ruina. Yeah, I've only got like 12.5 hours on the game, and it's all streamed. And I've completely forgotten how to play the game, so I have to start from scratch. So yeah, why does my room smell like dog pee? I need to quickly check. No, my room hasn't been peed in, surprisingly. I should put you out, shouldn't I, Chili? Come here, Chill. Come here, Chili. Come here, Chili. Hello there, little Chili. Who's your big cavalier, huh? Who's your big cavalier? Who's your big girl? You're a big girl. That's your big girl. Big girl. Okay, as of this moment, all dogs have been vacated from my room. Yay. Now I'm gonna have to close the gate that's underneath my desk. And re-put on my earphones. A large portion of the audience is ferociously expressing their collective confusion, wrath, and concern. These emotions are expected by their jaws that have been opened past a certain degree. I need water real quick. Water. This stream is sponsored by water. You should hydrate yourself now. As Marceau observed, I realized that the chaos wasn't restricted to the audience. The candidates were starting to get agitated too. And there he is, the disgusting, duplicitous bastard who brings annihilation to everyone around him with a silly, innocent smile. Man, this dude's wearing ego gear. You don't get that thing by being a good person. You don't get ego gear by being a good person. That's kind of hypocritical, if I do say so myself. Huh, what's going on? I thought Bayo wasn't participating in the hierarchy war. That dumbass. Think. Explain yourself now. Miss Swordy told me to grab onto your sword like my life depended on it if you said that exact phrase. Blimey, can't we just... She mentioned you to Heathcliff. She told me that if you ever said something like, can't we just grab a good beating and be done with it, I should... What a throwback. Decorum, I demand decorum. I hope you do not mean to risk having your body married. Withdraw your name, it isn't too late now. So, I'm heading in, Father. 33rd candidate, Bayer of the J family. Come forth. Ready, Dante? I don't think. And what about you, Ryoshu? I'm itching to get a chopping. Need to vent this shitty feeling. Are you sure they're going to be okay, Faust? This is something that must be done regardless of the soundness of the participants. Faust spoke sternly. I still quite detest this plan. Let's be honest for a second, are any of us actually happy to go through with this? Okay, I guess there's that one. Honglu, Ryoshu, and I walked up to the platform. Up close, it was much larger, grander, and more imposing than I thought it'd be. Enter the fabric threshold. Once we walked past the curtain as instructed, we saw Ji Yangchun, Ju Mei, and Jie Zhehang waiting for us inside. I know not what in your life beyond the hedges could have wrought this change of heart. But to see you aspire to the seat of the hierarch is indeed a sight most curious. It's been a while, big sister. Has the life in H CORP been treating you well? I have seen and learned much, as you must have, Bayu. Now I see your true reason for returning home today. Wait, let me check. I just want to check if both streams are working. Yep, that's working, it seems. Yep. Is the kick one working? Yep, and still not a single viewer. I'm sorry, grandmother. I thought better than to let this be common knowledge. So you did. Now that you have revealed your intent, withdrawal is no longer an option. Very well, now present your answer that you have brought here today. I'm sure you've already sat through many people standing in the same place I am now, explain to you what it was that they'd brought. So I suppose you won't much prefer that I give you a straightforward visual demonstration that makes you sit through another 1,000-word lecture. Honglu gave Ryoshu a nod. Yes, I'm okay. Our answer that we may be able to demonstrate before them is a resurrection via Dante's power to show them that to us death is but a temporary setback. And a most dramatic demonstration of this ability would be to cut him in half. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that. Indeed, you have certainly demonstrated something. You were truly the least deary part of today, Bayu. Oh, I see. So the most effective way to do it would be for me to get killed in front of them. Without any room for ambiguity at that, yes. Then, does that mean that one of us has to, make sure that Honglu no longer lives? Oi, no need to beat him around the bush. Remember what we did to each other when we first met? Then, Heathcliff, is the implication that you are still willing to murder Honglu without hesitation? Murder, mate? Did you really have to put it like... Verily, I do not wish to hurt my good companions much more than I already have. It may be a stretch to say that it is fortunate, however. We seem to have an individual among us who may be able to carry out the task in a most painless, swift, and unburdened manner. And everyone immediately turned to look at Ryoshu. So how would you like to be cut? Puff. Where's that fucker Li Hang? Who's he working with? It seemed that slicing Honglu in half did nothing to distract Ryoshu from her own thoughts. Jie Mu watched us in silence, motionless in her seat. You have split his brain in half. You have irreparably ended this child's life. Not even life insurance shall be able to bring him back now. Bayu. Well then, what will you do now? You have no means to restore this jade of the family. For your transgressions you will clock spin it. And so it turned in one of the most high intensity situations I'd ever turned in. The muscle fibers, the nerves, the flesh that was split all began to reconnect like a rewinding videotape. Wait, why doesn't this hurt at all? Ryoshu's skill with the sword was no joke. I didn't feel even the slightest bit of discomfort. I doubt Honglu even realized that he was dying. Bayu, I truly realize that it has been a while since we've met. He has grown quite bold. I smell beasts. Dark shadows had appeared outside the curtains surrounding us before I even realized what was happening. Bull, roosters, dragon, monkey, the Heisho are here. The task was to find the answer to freedom from aging and death. Not to break a taboo and precipitate the destruction of a home. It has not been long since the family that once led H CORP was brought to ruin. No arbiter nor claw shall ravage a family of Hongyan again. Ji Hanyu appeared ready to command the Heisho to kill us all, but Jae-mu silenced her with a wave of her hand. You will wait. Venerable Jae-mu. Once the resurrection is complete, the head will. We must end this before they hold for but 15 minutes at least. To be rash in judgment is to judge incompletely. I wish not to lose either our treasure and a clue to immortality. And Honglu was whole again. Oh. Thank you, Ryoshu. It really didn't hurt at all. And you too, Dante. No problem. Grandmother, big sis, Youngshin. Did you see that? This is the immortality I found. Are we safe? If aught be owned, a swift vengeance shall arrive in time. It is simple, yet to... Oh, damn it! If aught to be owed, a swift vengeance shall arrive in time. It is simple, yet to return. Jae-mu quietly uttered, seems to disband the forces that had surrounded us outside the curtain. Ji Bayu, in the first round of the family hierarchy evaluation, you pass. Ju Bayu of the Ju family passes. What trickery is this? I thought he was off on some sightseeing tour away from Hongyan like a jobless rich kid. When he even managed to find his own answer? Thus ends the first round. Those who have passed must prepare for the second round, set to commence tomorrow. Remember, the candidates are barred from harming one another between now and the commencement of the second round of the evaluation. This is your one and only rule, thus remember it well. Anyone who dares break it shall immediately be disqualified. That is all. As soon as Jie Zhang announced the end of the first round, everyone in the audience seats began rushing towards the first floor, getting mixed up with the crowd. Probably not a great idea. Let's go out off here. Indeed, let us immediately return to Honglu's room. And we decided to slip out of here before the curious crowd swept us away. However, as we turned around to leave... Oh my, the rabbit, that dude, and the Giga Chad stood Q in our path. Oh, big brother, Q. Congratulations on passing the first round. I heard that you have passed as well, young master. Congratulations. Are in order, it seems. Wait, that's a girl? I thought that was a dude. I straight up thought that was a dude. Well, I probably should write down the time for that, considering that is technically a clippable moment. I'll just write it on Discord. Bring up Discord. My secondary account, 139. There we go. Good enough. How is it that you, young master, who has not shown any inkling of ambition towards the seat of the hierarch, suddenly emerged as one of the candidates, positively stealing the show? I straight up thought that was a man. Well, you know, sometimes people get swept up by random surges of ambition. Wasn't that surge of ambition your company's and not young Master Bayu's? Well, if our last meeting didn't confirm it, it sure seems like they know us well. Well, have we not impressed upon you enough that you were to nicely remain within the borders? Instead, he sparks such a disorder at the fringe of his perimeter. I had thought that his only role in this design would be to be played as a pawn by Jason, no more. My lord, perhaps you have overestimated this young master. Are you still of the belief that inaction is a path without consequence? I didn't ever get to say hello to you earlier, Brother Q. Bayu of the Jia family formally extends his greetings to you. I realize that this is the first time we've met face to face since I reached adulthood. Speaking of which, did you manage to stitch Big Brother Ju and Miss Qingchu's head back onto their bodies? Heathcliff was the first to let out a flabbergasted gasp before other sinners followed suit. I guess that's just how siblings of Hongyan greet each other, huh? Seems like Miss Bocce was just a particularly nice exception. You are asking a question that deserves no answer. You have arrived here unprepared, yet ready to cast yourself into the flames, all for the mere reason that your turn had come. If your mind hasn't changed, then it would have been wise to remain unseen and unannounced as you were. Yes, thank you for your concern. This facade of wisdom and pensiveness worn upon your speech is truly intransible. Do I do that? Noticing Jieq's hand tighten around his weapon, Ishmael quickly jumped in. In case you forgot, there's a rule preventing candidates who pass the first round from killing each other. Hopefully I'm not the only one who remembers that. If you're going to continue to bully us, don't be surprised if there are consequences. Otis, you've finished the preparations, right? The reinforcements are standing by at the front gate. What Which is why I'm warning you that taking any rash action prior to the start of the second round could result in pointless skirmish of both of us. A loud boast from an illusionary army in an empty fortress. Thought I believe that sheer might is hardly the quality of thought flaunt. I am not intent on fighting you here. Jubeo, you will beget great suffering by enduring to embrace beyond your abilities. Yet if he still wishes to challenge and be broken, then perhaps that outcome is simply meant to be. And with that, they turned around and left us. It seemed that they were here only to give us a warning. What a relief. I thought we'd have to find Jiaqiu and his Heisho pack. They did see right through us in the end, but hey, nice teamwork, Otis. What unbelievable imprudence. Did you notice how they did not even glance at the rest of us through the entire exchange? Bocce peeked out from a pillar before walking up to Honglu. You passed the first round. I'm so happy for you, Bayu. Seriously, what's going on here? I didn't imagine, even in my wildest dreams, that you'd be participating in the family hierarch war. Congrats to you too, big sister Bocce, for passing the first round. Gathering from the fact that you hid it even from me, you really didn't want anyone to know, right? Yeah, I imagine that must have kicked up quite the ruckus with everyone. Now I'm starting to feel kinda bad about this. Somehow we ended up lying to everyone. Hey, don't beat yourself up over it. Once own it instead. Well, if it's all the same to you, then I want to say that I'm so happy that you decided to take part. I was worried that you might have already left Dongyan so far, far away from me again by the time I was finished with the family hierarch war. That would have been too bad. So I'm glad that we'll get to spend more time together, even as contestants. Don't forget to say hello and give me a wave if we ever run into each other, okay? Zubocci left us to rejoin her faction, waving sweetly as she did. Yikes. Damn, another bunch of reading. I need to turn off my heater. It is getting way too damn hot in here. I need to go turn off my heater. Give me a second. Yup. Yup. I'm back. And yes, I moved my pngtuber just for the joke. You had returned, young master. Yep, good evening, Jiren. Jiren bowed wordlessly in the same detached coldness we sensed earlier. She did not seem at all excited about her master's success today, nor did she appear to be concerned about him. A letter has arrived from you, young Master Bayo. You didn't even try to hide the fact that the envelope was tampered with, did you? My responsibility was to deliver the letter. To protect its integrity was not one of my obligations. Honglu, are you sure she's your maidservant? It's okay. She is not wrong. Zaren, can I ask you something? Ling promised to play rock tossing games with me, but I can't find him anywhere. Oh, well, let's see. How many numbers have you learned so far, young master? Siren, and I learned up to 10. Then he'll be back after 100 nights slept. Sleep 10 nights 10 times, then that 100 nights. Whoa, that's so cool, Jaren. You're so smart. It's nothing. It's something we all learn growing up. Jaren, I slept 10 times 10 nights, but I still don't know where Zhu Ling's gone. Did I say that young Master Ling was to return? You said he'd be back after 100 nights. Oh. 100 nights is hardly enough, young master. It will take at least 1,000 nights, given what they did to him. I see. You're smart as always, Jiren. Young master, it's been years, but young master's body is still decaying. He has lost control of over half of his body. Even after he was fed the bolus I'd sent him, it was told to relay that your bolus were useless, young master. The decay reached his brain, and I overheard the other servants gossip that it is impossible to recover from such a wound. The body is functionally dead. Death would be preferable, in fact. So give up your naive hope and forget about him. You're always so smart, Jiren. I will now read the letter, Executive Manager. Alright, yeah. As I stood there pondering, Otis walked up in front with the letter in hand. This is from Manager Sorty. Hello everyone, heard you managed to pass the first round. I wrote this letter before I heard the news. Actually, you wouldn't even be reading this letter if you hadn't passed. The heck? But let's save the celebration for later. The real game starts in round 2. The other candidates must have been making alliances, strategies, sharing information about the next round. Meanwhile, you guys stumbled around aimlessly and alone before returning to your lodging, and here you are now reading my letter. Is she watching us from somewhere? But not to worry, for your team specifically, round 2 doesn't require much strategizing, because it'd be messy and continuous battle after battle. So battle on as you always do. Huh? It's what you do best, right? Hold on. I wouldn't like to go into more detail into this letter, but I'm sure this letter will be, and has most likely, intercepted by someone from other candidates' clans or coalitions. So in order for you to obtain our objective, you have to rely on what you have learned and gained so far, your intuition and fearlessness. Like I said earlier, we have but one purpose. Contextual clues suggest that one purpose is implied to come in second place and obtain the golden bow. Well, that wraps everything up then. Oh, one last thing. Shameless curs who have rested their eyes upon the contents of this letter without authorization shall be struck down with a curse of misfortune that lasts generations upon generations. Neither shall they ever be successful in any endeavor, regardless of nature. The bottom part of the letter's been torn off, huh? What a way to end a letter. So, does anybody know what to expect in round 2? The letter really didn't help with anything at all. It would be better to learn the exact rule on site and hear from the organizers themselves. It is likely that there are forces who have their eyes and ears on us. Executive Manager, there is something by the door. Right on cue. I don't think that's what this is. Damn it, you grab your weapon, prepare for Despite our rush, the person by the door was none other than Jae Shishin. She wore an expression that we had grown quite familiar with by now, an interesting combination of annoyance and disappointment. Why do I even expect anything better from you anymore? So you're just opening your front door to anyone without even checking who knocked just like that? I thought you were done taking with... yeah, we can be pretty headless from time to time, but I don't think anyone who's intending to kill us would have the decency to stand at hesitate in front of my door wondering if she should knock or not. Earlier in round 1, you had yourself killed in front of Jaemu and Big Sister Yangshi, didn't you? And revived yourself in front of them too, I presume. Yeah. Why even go that far, huh? What's gotten into you, brother? Family hierarchy, really? Why now? Why all of a sudden? I can tell just from the look on your face that you couldn't care less about becoming something like the family hierarchy. Is that really it? That they told you to do it? You should imagine, just for the sake of it, what if our actual goal isn't coming in first place? Do you seriously expect me to believe that? Right, totally, heck, I wouldn't buy that either. Anyways, I'm not here to ally or parlay with you. I am never ever doing anything like that with you ever again, brother. It'll be nighttime soon, you know. And your room's always been so dark because you barely let so much as a ray of moonlight in. Seems like she's warning us that we'll be visited by someone uninvited guest soon. Yeah, no way they're letting you, a sudden unforeseen variable, spend the night in peace. But didn't they warn us earlier that round 2 candidates are prohibited from hurting each other? I see, the only thing that matters is the exact wording of the law, not the spirit of it. Right, they won't intervene as long as a candidate's not trying to kill a fellow candidate, literally with their own hands. I was gonna say, because between the hours of sweeping, there are no laws by the head's decree. They don't trust anyone, even your maid servants. Thanks for coming here in person, Jishun. Tomorrow we'll return to being enemies. I know it's too late to change anything, but tomorrow. Jishun stumbled over her words, trailing off, then turned around and left as though she swallowed what she was going to say. When she expressed a wish to visit you herself, I made 3 attempts to talk her out of it. It was highly impertinent of someone in my situation to advise against her 3 times, yes, but I implore you all to know that her choice to come here was not an easy one. I know this question can sound a bit nosy, but are things okay over there? We will face the trial to the best of our abilities. I wish with all my heart that our paths will not cross tomorrow. Welcome back. Unfortunately, the stream will end soon, as I was only able to stream to 7. But, I've got a clippable moment I'll be uploading to YouTube Shorts. So yeah, and I share his sentiment. I wish not to ever bring harm to them, nor that they to us in turn. Well, when's anything ever gone as we wished, But Heathcliff sounded just as uneasy. Actually, I might be able to do one more before I go. There we go. No, that's a combat. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go, unfortunately. Thank you for coming, Don Quixote, and anyone else who has come. I have, of course, been your host, clutchskelly, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.